Hey y'all, today is another exciting day in my house because I got plant mail. I'm so excited. And it is seeds, but it still counts. It's gardening mail. So I'm so excited as I got my annual order from Johnny's Select Seeds. I did want to give you a heads up. I have 3 puppy dogs in my house today, my regular 2 and then my parents' dog running around. So I do have hard floors, and so you'll hear some clickety clacking dog toenails as they run around the house, just so you know ahead of time. But I'm really excited to go ahead and get this started opening. Want to go over what seeds I ordered and why. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when my latest videos are up, and make sure you drop me a comment below. Have you ordered your seeds for fall and for the spring? Where do you like to order from? Is there any particular company? Have you ever ordered from Johnny's? Okay, this is my parents' new puppy dog. His name is Buddy. So he is a rescue, about 6 to 8 years old, and my parents recently lost their Shih Tzu that they had had for quite a while. Beamer, that was the other dog. He was 14, and they didn't last long. Within a couple of months, they got this guy, Buddy, and he's just as sweet as we can be. So he's hanging out with me today. He's getting to know me better because my parents are going to be doing some traveling soon, and he's going to be staying here. So he will be running around during this video. He's a good boy. Okay, let's open it up. For real, is there anything more exciting than plant or garden mail? I love it. I just love it. Okay. All right, as always, Johnny's always packs a really good box. So they always have your order form right on top, which is great. And they always put packing material to keep your seeds from being thrown around. Yay, so many seeds. Okay. Excited. Okay. So let me do a quick divide up because I want to show you what I'm going to start planting now, like what I'm going to start sowing now and what I'll be sowing later on in the year or next year. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to start with the seeds that I'm going to be direct sowing right now, like literally in the next 6 weeks, most probably. I'll do a video on it when I actually am sowing these. And these are hardy annuals that I'll start now. They'll go ahead and start some green, they'll get started, and then through the cool weather in the winter, they'll be fine. They'll just spend all their time on roots. They won't grow anything after the cool weather begins. And then come spring, they will just shoot up. So these are ones that I will direct sow out into my garden. The first one is a feverfew called Tetra White. The next one is a larkspur, and it is a dark blue larkspur. Another larkspur is a light pink larkspur. Next is a larkspur, and it's called Fancy Smoky Eyes. What? Buddy, come here. And then the next one is called, is a bachelor's button, and it's called Florist Blue Boy. All right, so those are the ones I'm going to be direct seeding out into my garden. Now, these next ones are ones that I'm going to be starting inside literally within the next week or 2. I'm going to be sowing them inside, and then I'm going to be moving them out and planting the seedlings in the garden about beginning to mid of October. The first one is a snapdragon, and it's a Madam Butterfly Rose Snapdragon. Remember, these are hardy annuals, so these are ones that are going to do great through the winter, and then we'll get a jump start on them in the spring. These are annuals that are okay with cooler weather. And I mean, you obviously need to research your zone. Mine is zone 8A. You know, if you have a much colder zone, this cool flowers technique might not work. And if you haven't checked it out, be sure to check out my cool flowers video that I posted about a week and a half ago, and it tells you all about that particular method. The next is an additional snapdragon. It's called Bridal Pink. The next one is another snapdragon, and it is Madam Butterfly Bronze with White. I'm really excited about that one. Very, very pretty. My friend Kristen and I were on the phone the other day and we talk garden all the time. And she was saying, oh, I really meant to pick up some of those Madame Butterfly bronze with white snapdragon seeds. And I was like, I got them. I'll get some seeds started for you. So that won't be an issue at all. What are you doing? Okay, the next is a series of scabiosas. The first one is Fama White. The next one is Fama Deep Blue, but it's more of a purple color. And the final scabiosa is Salmon Rose. So once again, these are all ones that I'm going to be starting indoor sowing and getting them planted out about 6 to 8 weeks before my first freeze. Okay, I know we don't talk about a lot of vegetables or produce type of growing in my garden. I do grow some, but I did want to talk to you guys about what I did just order. And these will all be planted and started in the spring. The first one is a hybrid specialty cucumber called Supremo. The next one is a sweet pepper called Escamillo. Another additional cucumber, and this is specifically a pickling cucumber, and it's called Cool Customer. Like that name. This is a hot pepper, but I got this one because we're huge Star Wars fans in our household. And so this one is called Jedi. So I was like, yeah, well, we got to grow that, right? Okay, and then I got a couple of types of peas. I got a sugar snap pea that we're gonna start. Apparently I bought the big giant container of them. And then the next pea I got is called Royal Snap 2, is a snap pea as well. So I'm excited to get those started. Hoping to grow these on some whimsical trellis kind of situations in the center of some of the raised flower gardens, and then growing some flowers around them. Should be fun. Okay, the next are all cut flower situations that I'm really excited to get started. So I'm just gonna kind of dive into it. Some of these are gonna get started in like January for indoor seeds. Some of these are gonna get planted directly outside. I'm not gonna go over that right now because I'll have more extensive video at the end of the year telling you what I'm gonna be doing with a lot of these. I just wanted to touch on those other ones because those are gonna be planted very, very soon. So let's get started. The first one I got was a Cosmos. And I'm not typically a huge fan of Cosmos. I haven't grown a ton of Cosmos. However, I've been intrigued by recent videos of other gardeners and they love Cosmos. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to jump on the Cosmos bandwagon. So anyway, I ordered Cupcakes Blush. They're pretty whimsical and I'll be excited to give them a try. Next, I ordered 2 varieties of celosia, and you know I'm a huge fan of celosia, and so I'm wanting to add some other colors to my garden. I grow a lot of pink, and I grow a lot of purple, and so I wanted to add some other colors. So this first one is called, it's a celosia, and it's an Orange Queen. And then the next celosia is called Sunday Bright Pink. Okay, let's talk about some new to me seeds this year. I'm going to be trying Rudbeckia Prairie Sun. Real excited about that. I ended up having to buy the bigger container of seeds because they were out of the smaller packets. So I'm gonna have a lot of this. So I'm going to be giving this to a lot of my friends in the area when I get these started. Yeah, but they're a tender perennial, so we'll see how they do. Prairie Sun, I think they're beautiful, fun. They should do really, really great in the heat of my summer. Next, I'm going to start Buplurium. This particular variety is called Green Gold, and it's more of like a filler flower. It can be used more as filler greenery, but it also has kind of a pale yellow flower on top, which is really pretty. This is not a cut and come again though. This is one like you grow it, you cut it, it's done. Okay, and then I was watching You Can't Eat the Grass. If you haven't watched that particular YouTube channel, you should. They're super fun. But this last year they grew Saponaria, they grew the pink. And so I was totally intrigued by it. It's kind of like a different take on baby's breath. Really liked it. I don't believe it's a cut and come again. I think it's a one-time cut, but I was so intrigued I had to have it. So I got Saponaria in Pink Beauty. So it's kind of a beautiful pink tone. And then I also got Saponaria White Beauty. So in a white color. And those will be fun. I'll be interested to grow those. Another one, I'm growing more ageratum. So I've had some ageratum that has reseeded itself each year, but I don't want it in that area anymore. So I'm going to start it in a different area. So I went ahead and picked up the timeless mix of ageratum. I've done the timeless mix before and I've been very, very happy with it. Buddy, come here. Buddy, come here. Okay, Buddy's gonna help us for a couple of them because he's over there just crying. He misses his mom and dad. Yeah. Okay, Gomfrina was a big success this last year. It actually reseeded itself. I was growing Purple Globe. And so I went ahead and picked it up in a couple of other varieties. I picked up Raspberry Cream Gomfrina, which is like a pinky rose-ish kind of color. And then I picked up Audrey White. So super intrigued by how much I actually liked Gomfrina. If you had asked me if I liked Gomfrina 3 years ago, I'd been like, no, it's a terrible flower. I like it now. Taste change. Okay, I also picked up some Pro Cut sunflowers. The first one I picked up was Pro Cut Gold Line. Oh, excuse me, Pro Cut Gold Light. And I actually grew that this year, and it was hands down one of my favorite flowers I've grown in years. Sunflowers I've grown in years. Beautiful, perfect golden sunflowers. Absolutely gorgeous. I also picked up Sun Rich Lemon. That's not a Pro Cut, but it is a single stem sunflower like a Pro Cut. And then I picked up Pro Cut Plum as well, and I've grown that as well, and I just really enjoy it. I actually have a round of those about to come up. Also for straw flowers, I am going to be starting more straw flowers this year. I didn't have a lot of success with them this year. I think the area they were in was too wet. And so I'm going to just start a basic tall mix. This last year I planted a wide type of varieties. Sometimes I get so lost in all the varieties, it's just too much. So I just went with a mixed. We'll see what within the mix does better in my area. You know, so I'm not depending on one particular variety at all. This one is called Monstrosum Tall Mix Straw Flower. Okay, and then of course you knew I had to pick up a couple of zinnias. And so I did pick up the giant dahlia flowered white zinnia, which is beautiful. It's such a classic. If you love zinnias, but you're not into like all the colors, choose the white. It's absolutely beautiful. And then I chose Benary's Giant Wine. So it's like a deeper pinkish reddish tone. Okay, and this last set is going to be a new to me set. So I'm going to be growing Dianthus from seed. It's a tender perennial. And the first one is called Sweet Purple White Bicolor Hybrid Dianthus. You know, since it's a tender perennial, I wonder if I can grow it as a cool flower. I'll do a little research and let y'all know. The next one is Sweet White Hybrid Dianthus. And the last one is Sweet Black Cherry Hybrid Dianthus. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed going through this seed haul with me, seeing what all I picked up from Johnny's. Really excited. As always, everything's very organized. Everything came in the list with all the pricing on it, everything. So I feel really good about stuff. Already got it divided up into my piles. And so I'll go ahead and file it all away in my seed system. If you haven't seen my seed system, be sure to check out that video on my gardening calendar and how I store all my seeds. And then I will be getting some of these that I talked about earlier started real soon. All right, you guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, she's a mad gardener or decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.